We do.
No, look at her.
Okay.
Okay. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, art is defined as something that is created with imagination and skill, and that is beautiful or that expresses important ideas or feelings. That express important ideas. To the young mind of a child diagnosed with autism, the word cannot be described through words, but by the very action. Statistics do not have a solid, accurate percentage of how many people are autistic worldwide. But art has become a miraculous gateway for those who have a difficult time expressing themselves to shout loud and proud through painting or drawing. For parents who have autistic children, they understand that their child may have had a hard time getting their feelings across. Therapists and professional psychologists have researched and studied how the brain works and have found a positive way to work with people with autism. For those who are not sure what autism is, its full diagnostic term is autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD. In the brain, the neurotransmitters and communication area of the brain is very restrictive, causing an individual to have very severe social trouble in reaching out to people. They cannot express happiness, anger, or sadness through words. The developmental part of the brain has ceased the growing and learning, impairing their speech and limiting their word usage. The most infamous symptom is impaired interaction with others. Children with early stages of autism may be unresponsive and stare off into something for a long period of time. Sometimes the signs of autism do not show up right away, but appear later on throughout the development of a child's life. Respectively, according to the Center for Disease Control, or CDC, about 1 out of every 68 children are diagnosed with ASD, and for some reason it is 4 more times common among boys than girls. The brain is a miraculous mechanism. It is a powerhouse of every action we take, every word we say, and every sight we see. The brain is categorized, and different areas of it control different tasks. The frontal lobe affects emotions, intellect, a sense of morals, abstract thought, and movement. The temporal lobe affects hearing, movement, understanding of speech, and emotional memory. For the normal brain, all of these and other functions serve us with lightning-fast electrical impulses that help us in our day-to-day tasks. Those diagnosed with autism have very limited use of these brain functions. Psychologists and scientists have learned so much about how the brain works and how people perceive and learn things. For those who have difficulty expressing themselves, a team of researchers has begun to experiment with children with autism and art, specifically paint. At first, many of the studies were very slow starting. Children would rather watch the paint on the paintbrush and felt content enough doing just that. Eventually, researchers would imitate how to hold the paintbrush, and children's brains would comprehend and begin to piece the information together. Since the minds of those who are autistic is focused on one thing at a time for a long spell at a time, it is comprehensible that many of them take much enjoyment from their art skills. A young girl who is gaining popularity is Iris Grace Hamshaw. She is a 5-year-old whose autism forbids her to speak, but through painting and art, she is compared to a modern-day Monet. She picked up art at an astonishing rate and understands colors, shapes, and depth whenever she paints. Another popular artist is a nonverbal 20-year-old girl named Grace Goad. She was diagnosed at 3, and at age 6, in one of her art therapy classes, she began to show she had an understanding of color, complex, and paintings. Even though the social skills in these 2 incredible artists is incomplete, their paintings also alone express their pure enjoyment and satisfaction of art. These ladies, and surely others, have all shone brightly through their complex and wondrous indulgence art. Art therapy has allowed both girls to do something that they love and that also helps them with their communication skills. Through color and concentration, beautiful pieces shed others some light about what these girls are really about and what they can accomplish despite their restrictions. With the success of art therapy, autistic children and adults can learn better ways to communicate in a way that best suits their particular needs. Who knows? Maybe in the future, art therapy will be one of the most beneficial and successful therapies in the world. Yay!